All right. Welcome to your Wednesday Advanced Training Call. My name is Jared Krebs. I'm here in San Antonio, Texas. And before we bring on our speaker for today, I want to remind you of 10 things to expect when building your USANA business. Number one, there will be ups and downs, just like anything. Number two, success or failure is up to you. If you succeed, it's because of you. If you fail, it's because of you, not because of USANA or your upline or the comp plan or the products. Success or failure is up to you. Number three, the goal is for you to become independent and be an independent leader for your team. Number four, make your plan on the weekends, do it, review it, and make adjustments. Plan, do, review, and adjust. Number five, it's going to take time. It's going to take 1 year to develop the skills to be competent at this type of work. It's going to take 3 years to develop a significant part-time income. It's going to take 5 years to develop a significant full-time income and 7 years to become world-class at this. These are just timelines. It can actually happen faster, but it's still going to take time. Number six, it takes consistent work and hustle. You have got to treat this like a job. Week in and week out, you have to show up, do the activities of inviting, presenting, and following up. Number seven, you're going to have to grow and get outside of your comfort zone, for sure. Number eight, mental toughness is necessary. Number nine, the grass is not greener in other companies. The grass is greener where you water it. And number 10, this is a long-term game. USANA is 27 years strong with over $2.5 billion paid to its associates. It's given me and my wife a full-time income for over a decade, as well as thousands of people around the world, because it works if you work. And bonus tip, amateurs sell products, but professionals sell the vision. Make sure that you're sharing these webinars with your clients. Make sure you're letting your associates watch these webinars. Let them see the playlist of all the people we've interviewed, because USANA is so much more than a great product. It's a great opportunity. It's a great personal growth and development tool. It's a great company. It's a great community. There's so much to it. And few have done it as well as Silver Director Kelly Ann Paquette out of Ontario, Canada. Kelly, welcome to the call.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. Well, we are so excited to have you here. We want to know your story. Like, what was your life like before USANA? What were some of the challenges, and how did USANA help you solve those challenges, particularly maybe with your health, and also how has it been for a business in your life? And then once you started your business, like you were learning and growing, we want to know, like, what were your highlights? What were your lowlights? What did you overcome? You know, we all go through these things, and sometimes people think the leaders don't have the challenges that everyone else has. So I want you to kind of share everything. We have about 15 minutes to hear your story, and then we can open it up for questions for the last 5.
Okay, great. So my story is a little bit unique. I actually suffered a ruptured appendix about 18 years ago, which completely wiped out my entire system. So I spent about 3 years with really, really severe asthma attacks in and out of the hospital, so frequently that it came to where I was in the hospital about 3 times by ambulance because I couldn't breathe. The doctor's solution was just to keep loading me up with steroids and not giving me any solutions for my problems. So 3 years being that sick was a very long time. I was working full-time, self-employed. I owned a salon and spa, which was extremely busy. A lot of staff, a lot of clients, owning property, so maintaining buildings and maintenance and government and all that stuff, right? So I managed to maintain that, thank goodness. Not getting any results with my health. I was continuing to deteriorate, and I was actually looking to move away. I was going to move out to Vancouver to try to find clean air because I had no solutions for my problems. I then discovered the natural health industry, and I started to see a naturopath and an herbalist and all of these amazing people that helped me figure out that this ruptured appendix had actually caused food allergies for me. So very severe food allergies is something I still struggle with. However, I was able to get my life on track enough that I could function pretty good, not great. And so I went probably another 10 years living like that. And then my health started to deteriorate again Going through a divorce and life and all these things really caused a lot of stress, which stress can really have a huge impact on our systems. So I began a new journey to taking an herbal practitioner program. I was determined to take my health into my own hands, take charge of my health, and find the absolute best solutions for myself, for my family, my friends. So here I am in this herbal practitioner program, and the first thing that I learned was fascinating because it was all the history of medicine. It's really, really fascinating if anyone is a researcher out there. And the second thing I learned was the importance of vitamins and minerals in the body. So important, like literally the first thing that they're teaching in this program. And so everything I do, I want nothing but the best. I don't want to mess around with mediocre stuff that's not going to give me amazing results. And so I went on a quest to find really high quality vitamins and minerals, and I discovered USANA. And so right away, I said, you know what? I'm going to put all my other products I'm taking aside. I was already taking omegas. I was taking vitamins. I was taking vitamin D. I was taking calcium, magnesium, you name it. My life was not good. I was very, very sick. And so I put all of that aside. I purchased all the products that I needed to get my health on track. I spoke with Krista Rialba, who is my upline. And so Krista hooked me up. I said, here's my credit card. I'm really sick. I don't want to think about this. Just give me what I need to get my health on track. And so she purchased all the products, and she mentioned the business, told me about the business. And so I said, you know what, Krista, let's do this. Let's open the business, because if this works, the way that I am is I'm going to share it. I share things all the time as a hairstylist with people. I don't get paid for it. I just do it because I want to help people. So she opened the business, got me all my products. Well, if you don't believe this, after 1 week of taking these products, it was the strangest thing, because it was like I could feel movement in my arms. That's the only way that I can describe it. This energy that was happening in my arms, right? And so nothing else
Kelly,
had
I have to interrupt you. I felt the same
yes.
thing in my arms when I started the
Did
product.
you?
And you're the
Oh my
first
gosh.
person I've ever heard
You're the
say
first
that.
one.
But yeah, like I
Amazing.
could feel like the blood flow in my arms or something. Like it was interesting.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It was incredible. I don't even know how to explain it, because I probably sound crazy when I say that to people. And so at the time, I had been spending about an hour to 2 hours in the morning just to get myself breathing good enough to start to get ready for my day. So I had 3 kids. I'm now single. I've got this house to take care of. I have to go to work, right? So these are the things I was dealing with while I was experiencing this. And so after week 1 of the movement in my arms, right, then we go on to the next week. Well, now I'm just thinking, there's no way that I'm feeling better. I could actually feel better. And then week 3 came, and week 4, and every week I started to feel better and better and better. And by the time I had been taking these products, remember, I had put all my other products aside because I wanted a true test of this company. So I had put everything aside. 3 months, I literally booked a flight to Utah because I said, what in the heck is in these products that has changed my life like this? Nothing has ever worked like this. I've seen every natural doctor, I've seen everyone, and I've had products work really, really well where I felt a big difference, but not like this. This was life-changing for me. So now you can imagine how excited I was. I don't have to move away from, I have an amazing life. I'm so close with my family. I have the most incredible friends. I have everything that someone could want internally inside my heart and inside my soul to make me happy. I just needed my health. And so I was literally going to leave all of that just for clean air, because if you can't breathe and if you don't have your health, you have nothing. And I lived that for almost 18 years. I lost so many years of my life. The tears that I shed of doctors that didn't help me when I was really hopeful that they would or could or should. and they didn't. And it was constant letdowns and constant doors closed in my face when I was trying to find my health journey. And then I learned about the quality in supplements and why USANA made that difference. Well, then I got on this tangent about all these companies that should just be ashamed of themselves for making these products, putting them on a market, and taking people's hard-earned money. This makes me so angry. I lost years of my life because of that. So I knew what to do. I was trying to do the right things for my health, but because I didn't know about quality and that our governments were allowing these products to be put on the shelves, I wasn't getting better until I found USANA. And so here I am today, and I still take USANA. It took me about a year to get my health on track. I continued to take the products and did not focus on the business. I just got my life in order and a lot of personal development and Wayne Dyer and things like that, and just loving, getting my shit together. And so now I've very casually grown my business. So I like to tell people, when people get really overwhelmed or worried that they can't grow a network marketing business or a medical industry business, it's so attainable. If I can do it, anybody can do it. You're just sharing what your experience is with the product. Number one, it's simple, right? We talk to people every day. And if you're not talking to people every day, get out there, join a club, take up a hobby, do something, right? You're going to be surrounded by people and build your network and build a life that you can be passionate about, and you can continue to grow and have personal development. This business is win-win. I work out of the house now. I'm in my pajamas all the time. I always call myself a pajama boss because I love to be in PJs and cozy, and I snuggle up by the fireplace and I do some reach outs and I inspire people. And sometimes it's as simple as sending links for a recipe or a meditation, right? I love encouraging people to meditate, to take care of their mental health. It's so important to keep us on track and focused when we're building businesses like this, and even just to manage our lives and let go of stress. So you're building relationships in network marketing. You're literally inspiring people every day, and it's so easy to do. Choose your 5 best interests and passions and just share those. Share links about yoga, share links about a book that you've read that could help someone. Every time I read a book, every page practically, someone pops in my head that I can help, and so I'll send those links. And so it's really easy to develop relationships. I actually became a silver director without a lot of effort. It was pretty effortless, except for that 1 week where I did it. That was a little more work, but it's okay, because I worked all day and I worked all night for that 1 week. And I took all those seeds that I had planted and I harvested them. And that's how I thought about that. So it was pretty amazing, that little journey and all that good stuff that has come from my sickness. So I've let go of the frustrations and the anger and the resentment about my health issues that I've struggled. 18 years was a long time to deal with that. And so now I focus on, maybe I was supposed to go through all of that so I can help so many other people, right? So even me being on this call today, I'm not directly going to gain anything from this, but I'm going to indirectly help so many people. And when you start to live your life like that, just wanting to help people, it's amazing the love and the abundance that floods in around you. So I really live like that. I only do what I love. And so if I can do it, anybody can do it. The good just follows. Good follows good. So that's my story.
That is so awesome. I love what you have to say about good follows good, and just being happy with what you're doing, because that you can't put a price on that. And if that happiness is there, then it can grow into so much more money long term and even short term than going somewhere for the money or something like that, And So definitely thank you for being a great example of that and for sharing that. And what a wild story how you say you felt it in your arms, because I've never had anyone say that besides me.
Amazing.
Yeah. And I've been in USANA, I'm in my 15th year. So, I mean, like, I remember though, I was on the health pack and I could feel the blood flowing in my arms better. And that's like the thing I noticed. And then I felt good. I felt more energy. But I never said that story also, because it was kind of like weird, to say that. But it's cool to hear you
Funny.
say that. So who else feels it in your arms? Go ahead and type it in the comments. Let us know. But yeah, just really neat that it impacted your health so well, and how interesting that you were taking lots of vitamins and supplements before that weren't, and then you switched over to USANA, and then like the possibilities and the things that can happen once you build the business. It's so cool. So thank you for sharing all of that. And I'm going to just go ahead and open it up for questions. If you have a question, please type it in the chat and I'll read it to Kelly. And Phyllis Walker from Salt Lake City says, "Thank you, Kelly. I needed to hear all of this. I love that you fit abundance just by helping people. So glad you are feeling better." Joe Peterson says, "Yes, arms."
Yeah.
Sally was saying, "My entire body felt different." Yeah, it's wild how good you feel. Then you forget also, when you're on the product so long, I never want to get off them. I don't want to know what it's like to not be on them anymore, So our first question comes from Randy Krebs in Salt Lake City. He asks, "What is your favorite personal development book and why?"
Currently, it's actually Millionaire Success Habits by Dean Graziosi. So Dean Graziosi has studied under Tony Robbins. I love him. I love the book. I actually continue to read it over and over. I do have many personal development books, but right now I'm feeling a lot of male energy. And so that's where I'm focused on helping to develop my own millionaire success habits and also to support my team with what I can learn in my books.
Love it, love it, love it. Dean Graziosi's awesome. I see his YouTube videos. I'm like, maybe I should get that book. But you're like the first person I've talked to who's actually got it and read it. So I'm like, okay, I should probably do this now.
Well, funny story, my 15-year-old daughter actually wanted to order it. So she came to me and said, "Mom, can I order this book?" And I said, "You know what, honey?" I said, "That's a great idea." Actually, she said, "Will you order me this book?" And I said, "Well, that's a great idea that you have this book. I'm really happy that you're thinking like this." And I said, "But I feel like if you want to invest your money in this, then you're going to take it more seriously." So I said, "I'll tell you what, if you want to pay for half the book, I'll pay for the other half." And she said, "Yeah, okay." So,
Oh my
and I was
God.
reading it.
Way to
I
go,
said, "Oh,
Mom.
this is a little bit, yeah." But I said, "This is a little bit too advanced, I think, for you." So I told her, I said, "I'll read it and I'll break it down for you." So we kind of did.
Oh,
So yeah, she's a cool little girl.
wow. I love it. That's a cool story. Thank you for sharing. That's a great tip for all these you parents out there. When you have your
Yeah,
kids that want a success book, make them pay half.
yeah, that's
Make them
great.
invest it, right? That's awesome. Okay, our next question comes from Sue Ann Knobloch. She says, "What has been your hardest business challenge you have faced?"
Oh, my hardest business challenge.
And how
I
did you
struggle
overcome
with
it?
that. Yeah, because I tend to be the personality type that I see the positive and the opportunity in everything. So I would say my hardest challenge is helping other people to be as positive and optimistic as I am. And so there's 4 different personality types. And so I'm actually working a lot right now on doing a lot of research on those 4 personality types. So if I could give any really the most juicy piece of advice that I have right now, is to really know your market and to know your 4 personality types inside and out, because you need to know who you're talking to. You need to be able to listen really intently without listening to think about your answer. Listen to what people are saying, hear what they're saying, what their needs are. Really listen, and you can offend people really quickly if they're an opposite personality type of yours, or if you understand those 4 personality types, you can really become warm to each one if you know how to speak, the tone, the volume, all of those things to use. So it's network marketing, right? So that's a big part. That's been a big journey and a lot of learning.
For sure. Oh my gosh. When I figured out my wife was the sapphire, which is the fun personality, she's motivated by
Yeah.
fun, and she's motivated by being the best. Okay.
Mm,
And I'm
nice.
motivated by details and tech, and all that, and then by being the best as well. But we clash because of my like emeraldness, right? And so yeah, that's like saved our marriage basically, because I learned how to like relate to her in a way that was really important, and not just to like impose my way of doing things, And then when it goes on to prospecting, I mean, yeah, I have these people that want to get right to the point. I know that they're a Ruby. I get right to the point. I had this other associate. She was like, wants every detail. And I said, okay, I'm going to tell you every detail, but I don't want you to tell every detail to people, because 80% of the people aren't like you. And
Yeah.
and then she heard me, and she sold 3 trials on her first day because she just followed the text and didn't try and give everyone details, because I'm a detail person too.
Yes.
So you can make everyone run away by being like that, So anyway, thank you for sharing that. Yeah, so the 4 personality quadrants are the ruby, the emerald, the sapphire, and the pearl. That's from Danny Johnson. There's other ways to do it. But yes, I guess there's other ways to call it. I know there's the disc thing, and there's other ways to do it, but that's how I learned it. So, okay, I have a question for you. What did you learn at convention? You went to convention the first time. What did it do for you? Tell us about that experience of your first convention.
My first convention, it's actually pretty funny. I cried through most of it. I was so inspired, and because this was shortly after I had been taking USANA, and so I was just discovering after 18 years of sickness that there was hope for me to actually get my life back, and that I wasn't going to die, because I used to go to bed every night thinking, I'm going to stop breathing through the night and I'm not going to wake up in the morning, and who's going to raise my children? So I spent many years like that. And so I literally sat in this stadium with 10,000 people cheering and celebrating and clapping. I have goosebumps right now, remembering. Like, the experience was so overwhelmingly emotional for me. I cried through most of it. And then you get into the True Health Foundation, where they're helping all of these children from around the world. So I'm seeing this company with enormous integrity, and all these kids around the world that are starving and literally dying, and they're helping them. So my 15-year-old daughter is actually adopted from Ethiopia. I adopted her when she was 3 years old. So I've held these children, and this is very real in my heart. And to be in Ethiopia, and I remember standing on the street thinking, oh my gosh, I'm in Ethiopia. How did this happen? But it did. And so that's a huge passion for me to move on and do a lot of volunteer work and give back. So to celebrate that at the same time, you can just imagine what a blubbering idiot I was. So Krista would turn around and look at me, and I'd be crying, and then she'd start crying. Yeah, it was pretty amazing and inspiring just to know that there was actually this man who is a scientist who has a heart of gold that actually created these products that could save my life, literally. So, and I thought, one day I'm going to get the chance to thank this man, which I did. So I went to Sonovive, and Dr. Wentz happened to be there. And I thought, oh my gosh, there he is, right? He's like this just like glowing gem standing around the corner from me. And the woman I was with, Sue Ward, she said, go see him, go talk to him. I said, no, I don't want to invade his space. So then the next day, there he was again. And she said, Kelly, go see him. So I started to thank him, right? And so I said, I have to thank you. you gave my children back their mother. Well, I'm crying again, right? I'm as you can see, I'm pretty emotional. So I'm crying again, and he's hugging me and holding me like his grandfather. So here's the owner of this company, and like comforting me, and he said, you did that. And I looked him right in the eye and I said, no, you have the knowledge and the heart, and you created these products that gave my children back their mother. I can't thank you enough. So that was really awesome to be able to do that after convention, and everything just rolled into the next thing for me. So it's been really, really beautiful.
Oh my God, thank you so much for sharing that. I mean, it's so cool what this has done for you, you know?
Yeah.
And so I want everybody watching to remember that when your business gets hard, when you think that it's not gonna work, when you have prospects flaking on you and people dropping out and all this, and you work so hard to get yourself to convention, you work even harder to get other people with you to convention, that all of that hardness or whatever, all that toughness, on the other side is a Kelly Paquette. On the other side is a not just one life, multiple lives, generations, things that you can transform by being so tough over here. You know, so keep that in mind. And that's why you need to watch these every Wednesday. Be on this webinar every Wednesday, because it reminds me of the vision. You know, I mean, I've been doing this for 15 years. I need to be on this webinar every week, because it's like, life is hard. Life gets in the way. Things happen. You have to constantly keep the vision in front of you. And your story really did that for me today. So thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to share this with us. Thank you to my dad, Randy Krebs, for inviting you as well. And Kelly, what's your last piece of advice to everyone watching?
My last piece of advice is to live every day to its fullest. So when I say that, it doesn't mean go out and go shopping and, bring home a bunch of shopping bags. When I say that, I mean dig in your heart, dig in your soul. What is going to fuel you so that when you go to bed at the end of the day, you can have a smile on your face knowing that you helped someone. If it's one reach out or one follow up, maybe both, maybe only one, whatever you have in you, do that. Give back, find ways to help other people, find ways to love your life. That is how you're going to be happy. So many people, they're not sure how to find happiness, how to find abundance. It's so easy. It starts with just one step. You take one step every single day to make your life better and to make someone else's life better. Actually, make someone else's life better will make your life better, I promise you. And if you do that, you are going to eventually, imagine those steps. If you can take 5 steps a day, you can take 20 steps a day. If you only have it in you and you only have space for one, imagine what that's going to accumulate to at the end of 1 year. That's 365 steps, right? You can build this business that simply. I've done it that simple sometimes, and sometimes I work hard and sometimes I work soft. You have to follow your heart and what you have, and you will be set on fire inside your soul.
Oh, I love it. So true. You just got to keep taking one step at a time, keep moving forward, keep kind of trudging through on the hard moments, because the breakthrough's right around the corner. And then it's like you said, have those pushes, like when you went silver, like have those weeks where you really focus and you give all, because you have to get your plane off the ground. You can't just be slow and steady all year. You have to have times where you really, really push and put out more effort. So thank you so much for all of the inspiration, all of the stories, sharing your heart with us. We're going to unmute the lines and everyone say thank you, Kelly, and have an awesome day.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you, Kelly, and have an awesome day. Love your story.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank
We're
you,
going to call you.
Kelly.
Kelly. God bless.
Thank you. We're going to call you, Kelly.
Probably call her through Facebook Messenger. She's in Canada.
Okay.
We'll call you through Facebook, Kelly.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.